Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where a police officer unlawfully pulled an innocent man over and then trespassed onto his property to arrest him and his 74-year-old father for no reason at all. On May 13, 2023, a man named Rob Huff had just exited his gated land property and was driving down the road, adhering to the traffic rules, when Officer Hudson with the Sussex County Sheriff's Office suddenly approached his vehicle and attempted to initiate a traffic stop. Mr. Huff, who was confused and rather frustrated at that point, promptly slowed down and pulled over to the side of the road. Knowing that he had done nothing wrong, Mr. Huff immediately whipped out his mobile phone and started to record the encounter.
Hey, sir, how you doing?
We're doing fine. What's the problem?
I got a shooting range or something over there.
My property.
Yeah. Listen, I ain't coming with your attitude. I'm filing a complaint that somebody filed.
Okay.
So you have a shooting range over there and everything?
No, just my property.
That's your property?
Yeah.
Okay, so people currently shooting over there now?
What's going on?
So we get a call of shots fired in the area.
Yeah, we're in the county. Yeah.
Listen, anytime shots fired in the area, you got the ID on you, sir?
I haven't committed a crime.
Right now there's an investigation going on, sir, for
Watch
shots
yourself,
fired in
please.
the area, and I need to know who I made contact with.
I haven't committed a
I'm
crime.
with Sussex Sheriff. I identify myself.
I haven't committed a crime.
Sir, what's your name?
I haven't committed a crime.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Rob. It's a pleasure to meet you, Hudson.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got a call of shots fired in the area. Do you own? You say you own that land up there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long you live up there or just land?
Just land.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So originally called is shots fired in the area. Anytime shots fired in the area, we got to come. If it's hunting, hunting time we get a lot of calls. So
Okay.
we have to investigate because we don't know what's going on. I don't know that there's land back there. I don't know that that belongs to you. I don't know that you shooting back there or whatever. I don't know that stuff. So I have to investigate. When a citizen calls, we have to investigate.
Okay.
So that's what I'm investigating. So again, you got your ID on you.
No, it's not illegal.
So I gotta make
I didn't break any laws.
Yeah. So we got a call of a red truck that shots fired in the area.
Okay.
So again, I'm investigating. There's an ongoing investigation. So do
What
you
crime?
have shots fired in the area?
That's a crime?
Yes,
In
sir.
the county?
Around the roadway and the houses in the area.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
sir.
no, there was never any.
Okay, I don't know that yet.
That's
I
not
haven't went
true.
back. The only thing I got is a red truck. So
I'm
again, I have to make.
I'm just gonna exercise my Fifth Amendment right at this point.
Okay, that's fine. I need your ID, though, sir.
I'm not gonna ID
right.
myself. I haven't broken the law.
Step out the vehicle for me, sir.
As seen in the footage, Officer Hudson claimed that there was a shots fired call made by a resident of the area, and that was essentially his reasoning for the traffic stop. He added that he was obligated to investigate the situation and hence wanted to identify Mr. Huff. However, he was quickly shut down by Mr. Huff, who rightfully refused to provide any form of identification, stating that he did not commit a crime, so he didn't need to identify himself. Now, first and foremost, we need to conclude whether Mr. Huff was legally pulled over by Officer Hudson, making it an unconstitutional traffic stop. It's understood that, where a typical traffic detention is concerned, officers generally must have reasonable suspicion that the driver or someone in the vehicle is committing or has committed a crime. In other words, police generally can't just make a traffic stop because they have a hunch something is amiss. For a traffic stop to be legal, police normally need an objective reason to believe someone has broken the law, though a minor traffic violation is usually enough. Note that Officer Hudson has no solid reason to believe that Mr. Huff had fired the shots, and let's not forget that it's not always illegal to shoot, especially in rural areas like where Mr. Huff's land is. One example is from New Jersey's general hunting regulations, which highlight that no firearm hunter or trapper may hunt or carry a loaded firearm within 450 feet of a school playground or any building, even if unoccupied, without written permission in possession from the landowner or leasee. Judging by this, it'd be illogical to pull a man over by simply assuming that 1. He fired the shots and 2. He fired the shots illegally.
I don't consent to any searches or seizures.
I'm not searching vehicle. I need to know, do you have your ID on you? I need to know who I made contact with, sir.
I haven't broken the law. Can you articulate a law that I've broken?
Right now, you must identify yourself, sir, because I have made contact and there's an
I haven't
ongoing
broken
investigation.
the law. I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right.
So you're refusing to identify yourself to me.
You haven't articulated a crime.
Is an ongoing investigation of shots
What's the
fired in the
crime?
area, sir.
It's not a crime. It's in the county.
You're missing the whole point, sir.
I am not giving up my Fifth Amendment right.
So
I'm not
that
going to violate my
land
Fourth
belongs to
Amendment
you.
right.
That land belongs to you.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any backstops behind any shooting that's going on back there?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay, that's fine. Give me 1 second.
Can I see your supervisor?
He is a supervisor, sir.
Can I see your supervisor? I allow people to hunt on that property as well. So
Okay.
when they're hunting, is that a crime?
How much land you got?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay. And why? Why? I'm just going to ask.
Because I have
why?
the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Okay. So.
You swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, didn't you?
Sure did.
Can you articulate to me what the Fourth and Fifth Amendments to the Constitution is?
Yeah, I can, but I'm not gonna, because you obviously know it. Okay. So this is my question. All right.
I bet you don't.
If you want to assert your rights, I have no problem with that.
I'm being
Okay.
illegally detained at this point.
Okay. Well, we're in the middle of an investigation. Okay.
It's not a crime. It's not a crime. You can't even articulate a crime. I have no obligation to assist you in your investigation. You know.
Okay. So my question to you is this: you want to ask me a bunch of questions, but you don't want to answer any of my questions.
Yeah, that's
Why are
your
you being
job.
difficult?
I'm a citizen in America, and we have the Constitution. I know
Okay.
y'all don't
But that doesn't
believe in
answer
that
why
anymore.
you're being so difficult.
I don't have to answer any of your questions, officer.
Okay. I just want to know what your issue is. Why you don't want to talk to us? That's what my question is.
I'm sorry. I think
Okay.
you guys are tyrants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If y'all actually upheld the Constitution like you swore an oath to do, then yeah, I would answer questions. But y'all don't do that anymore. You're tyrants anymore, man. No offense to you. I mean, I'm sure you might be a good dude. I know. I don't know. I know y'all are sitting here wanting to ID me and violate my constitutional rights.
Okay, but getting your ID is not violating your
Yes, it
rights.
certainly is. That's the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution.
And how? How?
At this point, we can safely assume that Mr. Huff was indeed being illegally detained, and the officers were violating his Fourth Amendment right by seizing him without a crime being articulated or committed. The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures, ensuring that law enforcement must obtain a warrant based on probable cause before conducting a search or seizure. Taking this into account, it goes without saying that the officers on the scene had no probable cause whatsoever. Plus, the tyranny became transparent when the officer labeled Mr. Huff as being difficult, when all he really did was try and protect his constitutional rights from being violated. Now, as ridiculous as it sounds, watch as the officer claims that they don't need a crime that's committed in order to seize or detain someone, adding that they can also pull anyone over without a reason, even if they're simply driving down the road. Of course, all of these claims were utterly false, and the officer was basically trying hard to justify his unlawful actions.
How is it?
Yeah.
Because I don't have to have any searches or seizures. You can't search or seize anything unless I've been suspected of a crime.
Okay.
Am I suspected of a crime?
I'll leave that up to my partner, sir.
There
Okay.
You got to articulate a crime, and I'd be happy to ID myself if you can articulate a crime that I've broken or done something wrong.
Okay. Well, technically we have enough to stop you for the incident that we're investigating, and technically, if you want to get into the aspects of the law, you're just driving down the road. We have a right to see your driver's license registration. There's Supreme Court case law on that.
Yeah, if I violated a law.
Okay.
What's the law? What's the law that I violated?
Operating a vehicle on the roads of the Commonwealth.
That's against the law?
It's not against the law.
Well, then what
but
the
once
fuck do you need my ID
once you have been stopped for a reasonable suspicion, you don't need
Suspicion
probable
of
cause.
what crime? You can't articulate a crime.
Didn't he already tell you that?
He didn't articulate a crime.
Okay. But a crime is not reasonable suspicion. You need to talk to a better lawyer.
I ain't talking to nobody.
Okay.
I'm just
But a
taking-
crime
I'm
is
citing
not
rights to the
reasonable
Constitution.
suspicion. A crime is probable cause. Okay?
RAS, reasonable articulable suspicion. If you can articulate to me reasonable articulable suspicion, I will be happy to
So
ID myself.
if you want to play the reasonable person standard, we'll play that. Okay? So we're responding to a shots fired call. We have a witness that sees your truck driving from that area, and now we're talking to you. That's reasonable suspicion according to Supreme Court
crime?
all day.
What's the crime?
Shots fired?
That's
We're
against the
investigating
law?
it? Well, no, I don't
There
have
you
to.
go.
No, I don't have to have a crime to stop you. I don't have
Yes,
to have a
you
crime
do.
to ID you. I don't have to have a crime to talk to you.
You have to have a crime. If I've done something wrong, I will ID myself. You tell me what I've done wrong.
Show
and I
me
will ID myself.
where in a law book anywhere that reasonable suspicion equals a crime. It doesn't.
Is this a Terry stop?
It doesn't.
Is this Terry v. Ohio? Is this a Terry stop?
Okay. No, I don't think it's a Terry
There
stop.
you go.
Okay.
Am I free to leave?
So this is the rule. I'm going to print out the laws of Sussex County. I'm going to put it on that fence. It is regulations that have to follow. We are going to report it. They are going to come and investigate your area that you're shooting over there. Again, I'm going to take a picture. My body camera right here.
I don't want you to trespass on my property.
Listen, sir.
Okay.
Again, shots was fired in their area. Their homes right there. You can't shoot within a certain feet of the homes. So if y'all are in violation of that, you will be charged. Okay?
There's still no crime.
Yes, it is a crime. You can't shoot within certain feet of a home, sir.
How many feet was I in?
You're good to go, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Y'all take care. Stay safe.
Officer Hudson just told Mr. Huff that they would be investigating this even further and leaving a notice at his property. In response, he made it very clear that he did not want any of the officers to trespass onto his property. But this did not change anything. The officers immediately drove up to the land owned by Mr. Huff and made contact with his father and nephew. Before we look at Officer Hudson's body cam footage as he trespasses onto private property, it's worth noting that, in general, cops cannot come onto your property without permission unless they have a valid search warrant, they have reasonable suspicion that a crime is taking place, or they are responding to an emergency call. The only factor that could remotely tie in with this incident is having reasonable suspicion for a crime, but as discussed earlier, this is likely not valid or sufficient.
How you doing? My name is Deputy Hudson with the Sussex Sheriff Department. Listen, sir. My name is Deputy Hudson with the Sussex Sheriff Department, sir. We got a complaint from the neighbor right here, and right here.
They'll fucking get over it. We're out here. We're 200 yards from anything near us, and we're firing into the ground.
You gonna let me talk, or you gonna finish?
I'm gonna finish. You are trespassing. You are not allowed on this property. The gate was closed.
Sir, you got your ID on you?
I don't have to give you ID.
Sir.
Constitution says I don't have to give you an ID unless I have broken a law.
Sir.
6-3 Sussex, got a gang tag for you. Go ahead.
We're in here.
Do y'all own this residence right here, sir?
Yes.
Who owns it?
My son and I own it.
Okay, what's your name?
Again.
I don't know if you trespass or not. What's your name, sir?
My name is.
Your son's own it.
Our family owns it.
Okay, so did he give you permission to come out here?
You just pulled him over.
I don't know.
No, you pulled him over 5 minutes ago.
Sir, did he give you permission to be out here?
Yes, he has. I have permission. You don't get to my property.
So he gave you permission to be out here, sir?
Yes.
Can you call him and he can tell you that he gave you permission?
You just pulled him over.
Did he give you permission to be out here,
Did you
sir?
or did you not pull him over? Not 5 minutes ago.
No, he didn't identify himself. I don't know who he is. Did he give you permission to be out here, sir?
I have permission to be on my own property.
Can you call and verify that he gave you permission?
He's being...
No, I'm not, sir. I'm trying to figure out that this is the people that's supposed to be out here. No, sir.
I'm losing my goddamn temper right now.
Oh, calm down, sir. You need a medic?
Hey, I've got this cops here trespassing on our property. Wants to know whether or not I have permission to be here. Can you tell them I'm so bad? And I've been telling him the same thing.
So who's the owner of the property?
He is.
What's his name?
Off my property.
What's his name, sir?
Get the off my property.
So are you the owner or he the owner?
Our family owns this property. Our family owns this property.
What is your family name, sir?
I've told you that 3 goddamn times.
You got your ID on you?
No, that's it. I ain't dealing with it. Get off your property.
You have your ID on you, sir?
Let me call the police.
Call them.
Won't leave. I don't know. You answer him.
So we're trying to figure out who property this belongs because it looks like some abandoned property.
Do
you have your ID on you, sir?
I don't need an ID. I haven't committed a crime. I'm not giving ID.
Okay, so sir, maybe I can talk to you. This is where it goes. You got a second? We don't know who owns this property. We got people call here and say shots fired over here. This property is technically abandoned. So before I leave, I have to put something in the computer that I talked to such and such, and this is who belongs to. If this is your property, you're not here. Somebody comes over here and shooting on your property. I don't do anything about it. How are you going to feel?
We've just seen Officer Hudson not only trespass onto private property without any permission, but also demand ID from Mr. Rob's 74-year-old father with a heart condition. Officer Hudson was asked to leave Mr. Rob's property countless times, but he simply ignored it and continued to investigate something that wasn't illegal in the first place. It's generally understood that you have the right to tell police officers to leave your property if they do not have a valid warrant or do not have your permission to be there. In this case, Officer Hudson had neither. Plus, it stated that you may be able to order the police to depart if they are on the premises without your authorization or your knowledge. This is particularly true if the police are abusing or assaulting you, or if they are in any way breaching your rights under the law.
Hey, leave!
Sir, I can't leave right now because of the open investigation.
You're trespassing.
Sir, you might want to calm down before you go to jail, sir. You might want to calm down. Well, if he owns it, he needs to come back and show his ID. Okay, that's
You heard
fine.
that? Get the hell off my property.
Sir, turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back for destruction and not cooperating with law enforcement.
All right, stop.
No, sir. No, he's not going to curse me out. I haven't been disrespectful.
All right, wait a minute. Stop.
No, sir.
I have a
No, sir.
I have a weapon in my pocket.
That's fine. That's fine, sir.
Okay, it's unloaded weapon in my pocket right here.
Right here. Here you go.
This stupid bastard has put me in handcuffs.
You don't need to get that.
There you go. 740 Sussex. Show one in custody. Come on, sir. I'm going to read you your rights. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say will or can be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to talk to a lawyer, have him present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, you want to be appointed to represent you before any question. If you wish, you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand the rights I explained to you, sir?
597-463. You need me to head your way?
We 10-4.
You better get your supervisor out here now.
You got your ID on you, sir?
Doesn't matter whether I got ID. You're not getting it until you prove to me that I've done something illegal. What have I done illegal?
First, you refuse to cooperate. You refuse to give me...
No, I refuse because you were trespassing on private property. You were trespassing.
You got
on
anything in your
private-
power? You gonna poke me, stick me, or hurt me?
I don't know.
Okay. If I hurt myself, you will be charged.
Nothing unusual.
Okay.
You're ignorant.
Yes, sir.
Where to God you are. Do not open that. No, no, sir. You have no right to open that. You are an.
All right. Open your wallet in front of you. You got $50 in there.
No, I got more than $50 in there.
You got a $50 bill. You got a 20, a 10, a 5, and a 1. Sir, come back and stand right here, sir.
Sit down. I don't want to stand here all day. I have a bad heart. With me.
Hey, Papa, he's on the way down here now.
These are. Instead of taking care of the property, people down there setting
740
fire and
Sussex.
trespassing, they want to trespass.
7-4.
Virginia OL Tango 6.
10-4, stand by.
Also check the 29 for any felons.
I ain't got no felons.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. No, but the sign was posted.
Y'all are, y'all are totally. Y'all really are. This thing's
7-4.
hurting my wrist. I don't know what the is.
C6180672 Michael B. Hopkins, 401
Hurting my
Brown
wrist.
Avenue,
Well, they got
Hopewell.
Papa in handcuffs.
Subject of license, no restrictions, no previous, no warrant.
10-4. Can you check his criminal history?
Stand by. What are we looking for?
Can't believe y'all are trespassing.
Any felons? At this point, we don't know who the land belongs
We're
to.
just trying to investigate a complaint, sir. That's all we're trying to do, okay?
Well, then why didn't you investigate the complaint last week when they come in here and burn our
We're not
woods
talking
and
about
burn our
last
We're
week,
property?
talking about
We're
today,
talking
sir.
about today, sir. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's how we got to do it sometimes, all right? If you take a hand and we turn it the other way, that way it won't hurt your wrist as much, okay?
Whatever. I can't see what you're doing.
Okay. Take a hand and turn it this way so top your hands together. That way it won't hurt your wrist as much, okay?
Once you take the days off, I ain't going nowhere.
That's up to my partner here, sir. All right, he's going to charge you with obstruction or not, okay?
As if Officer Hudson wasn't done violating everyone's rights, he placed Mr. Rob's father in handcuffs and essentially arrested him, even though he had committed no crime. The reason given was destruction and not cooperating, two completely illogical reasons. The worst part about this was that Officer Hudson shamelessly lied in his police reports by stating that Mr. Rob's father had aggressively approached him with a closed fist, which was threatening his safety.
Now again, who owns the land?
My son and our family.
Who physically on the paperwork?
Rob. My
Okay,
son.
long as Rob said, hey, you got permission.
You just heard him. You talked to him.
I don't
on the
know if
phone.
that's Rob. I don't physically know him.
It doesn't matter. That's the simple fact that you are.
All right, this what we're gonna do. Let's go. I'm gonna show you trespassing today, sir. Failure to cooperate with law enforcement, failure to give you information. You have a come on. No, come on, sir.
Get my phone. Give him the rest. Give him the rest of my stuff. Give him my billfold.
You got your ID on you, sir?
Yeah.
I should have got his numbers in.
Okay, all right.
Give him everything. Keys, everything. Take my revolver and put it away too, son.
Yeah.
Come on, sir.
You're just being a jerk.
Have a seat in here, sir.
You
Turn
want
around. Yes, sir. We're taking you to headquarters.
I can't. I can't sit back. I can't do nothing.
Oh, you give him a call. So just for right now.
Following this, Officer Hudson remained in his patrol vehicle for several minutes while communicating with dispatch. Soon enough, Mr. Rob, whom Officer Hudson had initially pulled over, arrived at the property and confronted him. However, it didn't take long before Mr. Rob was also placed in handcuffs.
Oh, so you're going to arrest my father? Because y'all are trespassing on my
Sir, are you the owner of this property, sir?
I'm not answering any questions.
Do you have your ID on you, sir?
I'm not answering any
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you to leave, sir, if you're not the owner of this property.
Okay, I'm the owner of the property.
Okay, then do you have your ID so I can identify that you're the owner of the property?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you to leave, sir.
No, I'm asking you to leave. How's
No.
you going to kick me off my property?
Because you're not identifying yourself that
I
you're the
don't
owner of this
have to.
property. That's fine,
I
sir.
don't have
So I'm going to ask
to.
you to get in your truck and leave, sir.
No, I'm asking you to leave.
No, are you the owner of this property?
I have no signs right
Are-
there.
are you the owner of this property?
I told y'all not to come on my
Are
property.
you the
and
owner of
you're
this property,
trespassing.
sir?
I want to see your supervisor.
Are you the owner of this property? Are you the owner of the property? So at this time, sir, if you're not willing to identify yourself, I'm going to ask you to leave, sir. Okay, turn around, put your hands behind your back, sir. Thank you.
I want to see your supervisor. Jared, will you hold this camera? Hold it up.
Right now, it's for evidence. Right now, it's his property, so I'm going to hold on to it.
Do you have
Turn
a warrant?
around, put
Do you
it-
have a warrant?
I'm
for my
holding on to
property?
your property right now, sir.
Video
Can you-
record everything.
Can you
They're
put?
tyrants.
I'm gonna take
They're
your.
breaking the law.
Listen,
right
sir, I'm
now.
gonna take your
They're
watch off
violating
because
my
I can't put your handcuffs on. Okay.
violating my rights.
For a second time, what made this encounter far worse was the fact that Officer Hudson continued to lie in his police reports. For this detainment, Officer Hudson alleged that Mr. Rob was verbally abusing him in a violent manner, which yet again somehow threatened his safety. But as we know, this was completely false. We've just seen the footage, and Mr. Rob was far from being aggressive. These repeated lies would generally fall under police misconduct, which is defined as the proper and/or illegal acts by a public official which violate his or her duty to follow the law and act on behalf of the public good. Often such conduct is under the guise or color of official authority.
Right now, you're being detained, sir,
For
so we can identify
trespassing?
you, sir. No, I'm
For
not.
trespassing?
No, sir.
So
Why
how
we got
about-
him?
Are you?
Do you have any weapons on you? That's
Yes, I
different?
do.
What
I
you
have a 9mm Glock on my right side.
Okay. I'm gonna take it off your right side. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Why
Is
don't
it one
you
in the
not
head?
muzzle flash?
Is it one in the head?
Come here and videotape these guys.
Stand right here, sir, and stop.
Lean against the car for me, please.
Stand right here, sir.
Stand right there and relax, okay?
Don't fucking muzzle flash.
Stand right here, sir.
You don't know how to use
Stand right here, sir, and calm down.
Please.
Calm down.
Please calm down.
Calm down. Turn around.
You're not-
You're moving
not
back,
being
sir.
compliant, sir.
You're not being
not being
compliant.
compliant.
I'm
Okay.
complying. You muzzle flash me. Y'all don't know how to use firearms? You fucking pointed that gun at me.
Sir, stop cursing me
It's
before you
low-
receive a charge.
I have the freedom of speech.
No, you
okay?
don't.
I don't have the freedom of speech on my property. Video record this, Jared.
You got anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, or hurt me, sir?
Yeah, I got these nuts in your mouth.
Okay, sir.
I hope your mom's proud of you, you fucking tyrant.
Oh, but don't. Try and.
Oh, I want to see your supervisor. Can I see your supervisor? 7-4. Hudson 7-4. What's your 6'3"?
Virginia, Tango 6'1". 3158.
He pointed a gun at me.
823-158.
You pointed a gun at me, you dumb. You pointed your gun at me.
What's the name?
These nuts in your mouth, fat boy.
After some more baseless questioning and several minutes of Mr. Rob's father struggling for air in the hot patrol vehicle, Officer Hudson decided to give both of them a summons each. Mr. Rob was charged with using abusive language. Note how this was completely irrelevant to what Officer Hudson was investigating and being so authoritative over. It's worth highlighting that, in the state of New Jersey, in order to be charged with a petty disorderly person's offense involving obscene or offensive language under statute NJSA 2C33-2, two things must be shown. First, a person must have used the language in a public place, such as a bar, restaurant, park, or other public arena, with the intention of offending the people around him or her, or with disregard as to whether his language might offend others. Then, the language deemed offensive must have been uttered in a voice deemed loud enough to be unreasonable, given the surroundings and the people present. In this case, however, Mr. Rob was on private property, far from a public place. Also, Mr. Rob certainly did not use offensive language in a loud manner, which would affect anyone in the surroundings. Put simply, Officer Hudson had nothing to charge Mr. Rob with, and went with this petty disorderly offense just to get at him anyway.
Alright, so this is what we can do, sir. I can stroke you a summons and let you go, or you continue to talk. I can take you to the jail and take you in front of magistrate.
All right, then why don't you open the door and let me out?
Which
so I
one?
can get some
Which?
air. I want some air.
I just rolled down both windows down.
No,
First you said you couldn't sit down.
I'll sign the paper. Just open the door.
Where are you going to sit down at? You said you couldn't sit down at
I was
first.
going to sit down on the ground if I have to. I'll get the here. Take this summons.
No, when I finish writing my summons, sir. So can you come and stand right here like you said you was, sir? So
I want you to show me that law.
I'm giving you a break by cutting you on the summons.
Okay, help yourself. I just want to know. I want you to write on that sentence what law I have broken, because I have not broken any law.
Sir, if you can stand right there for me, sir.
You don't own the whole world. You
No,
really
I
don't.
just, sir, you can't be moving up. Sir, I'm going to put you back in the seat till I get done, if you can't. Let me finish this so we can get it out your way.
If you just take the hands off so I can stand like a human being.
All right, Mr. Michael, your court date is July the 17th, 2023, 9 o'clock at
I
this.
will not be there.
Okay, at Sussex Courthouse, okay? Here's a copy of your ticket and driver's license. No problem, sir.
I will not.
Okay. All right, Mr. Huffman, your court date is July the 17th, 2023, 9 o'clock at the Sussex Courthouse for using abusive language to another. Here's your driver's license and your copy of your ticket.
Where does he?
That's all you could get me for?
No, sir, I can give you more, sir, if you like.
Hey, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah. A lawyer's gonna have a field day.
That's
All right,
fine.
sir.
You go ahead and you're welcome.
All your
to sit
weapons
down.
up there, your watch up there, everything's up there.
Even though this entire ordeal was finally coming to an end, it appeared that Officer Hudson still had more room to abuse his authority and act as a complete tyrant. Watch as Mr. Rob and Officer Hudson have one final exchange before all officers drove off.
What's your badge number? 63. What's your badge number? 63.
Yeah.
63.
Y'all have a good day.
Get off my property. Get off my property. No, back up. Hey, you're going over my septic tank. You're going over my septic tank. Stop. Back up. Back your fucking sorry ass up.
Are you cursing at me again, sir?
It is my property.
Are you cursing at me again, sir?
It's my
Are you
property.
cursing at me
I
again?
the
You have a good day,
first
sir.
Constitution. Get out of here.
As of the date of this recording, the only update made public is that the sheriff has informed a few members of the community that Officer Hudson has received training after the incident. Both Mr. Rob and his father await their court dates, and a lawsuit is likely in the works. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.